what's going on? Is V from V Love and Crystals. Thanks for joining me for another pick a card reading on your future baby, the energy surrounding your future baby. So for those of you who are trying to conceive, or if you would like me to try to describe your children or any one of your children, let's figure it out. Let's see if I can describe whoever is in your life right now or who is going to come into your life. For those of you who are wanting to expand your family, thanks to my daughter who helped me set this all up. She let me use her little Shopkins here. We have 4 piles in front of you. We have this scene right here, and she let me use her little Shopkins so we can get everything looking pretty. And she wanted everything to be chocolate themed, so I can't thank her enough. This is pile number 2. Go with the images, or go with the intuition over the images, whatever is resonating with you. This is number 3. And number 4. So let me know where you are in your journey. If you're trying to conceive or you're just here for fun, let me know. And everything's going to be linked below. All the timestamps are going to be waiting for you. All the decks that I'm using are going to be waiting for you. And choose. Please take some time to relax, collect your thoughts, and try to meditate before we choose. Pause the video. You don't have to rush. So timestamps are waiting for you. So number 1, we're going to start with you first. Who is your future baby? Who? Alright, so pile number 1, you chose this cute little green friend here. And she's oozing chocolate out of her cup. Alright, pile number 1, thank you for watching. You chose the birth card here. And with that, we have the fire sign. We have this chocolate with another chocolate bar here. These two kind of look alike. It's crazy. Let's take a look. Look at that. They kind of look alike, right? Okay. Then we have religious, which means it can mean spiritual, very, very spiritual. Creativity, antisocial. So for you, pile number 1, you have fire sign here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is a goal getter, a goal achiever. They will not stop until they get enough. So just think of them as a little kid climbing on everything, and you telling them no, and they're like, but why? It's like challenging you. So like this is like the rebel coming through. We also have, look, cheeky chocolate. Cheeky chocolate is a prankster that loves to get her hands dirty. Her best friends are Delish, Donut, and Apple Blossom. Her favorite animal is chocolate Labrador. Her ultimate vacation is to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and her favorite quote is, "Oops, I spilled the beans." That's for fun. But I do look, we're getting prankster for sure. Let's see what cards we just popped out. The prankster. We'll have dark hair here as well. Alright, then we have creativity. So that's what I'm saying. Ambitious, very ambitious. That fiery energy here. So I'm getting like the Page of Wands. I'm getting like the King of Wands. I'm getting like the Page of... the Page of Pentacles. This person, you can't tell them no. You're not going to be able to tell them no. So look, dark hair, dyed hair. So maybe they love color. Maybe they have dark hair, but maybe they like to wear wigs or play dress up, or maybe color their hair, dye their hair. Maybe they want it to be lighter. I don't know. So we have creativity, yes, fire energy here, religious here. So this can be them maybe they're very spiritual, or they're going to be very spiritual. Maybe faith is going to play an important role in this child's life, or maybe this person is just going to be deeply connected to its spirit. Maybe they're going to be into, spirituality or religion or divination. We also have antisocial, so they probably work closely with themselves, like they just love being by themselves. Maybe they feel safer in, private corners, like just doing things for themselves, doing things on their own. So I can see an entrepreneur here in the making. Skillful, look at that, skillful with religious. Fire sign, yes. Skillful with this fire sign here. So they can be very, very, very goal oriented. Like I said, they're not going to stop until they achieve their goals. We have antisocial, so they probably like to work for themselves. Like I said, entrepreneurial energy. I can see them working and establishing their own career from ground up. Faithful, they're diligent, and they work closely, or they work hard. Yes, devoted to their crafts, devoted to their, making themselves rich, rich or just successful. So then we have, what else? For the we have religious, yes, spiritual, faithful. So maybe they're really into their faith. Maybe they are very, very into their crafts. Like I said, faithful, devoted, diligent. That's what I'm getting with that faithful here. Maybe when they meet their mate, they're the type of person that wants to get married right away. They want to commit. They want to build a family. Narcissistic here. I honestly feel like this is a positive trait. This can be like they're just into themselves. Like I said, with this antisocial card, narcissistic, antisocial. It can be that they're just working on themselves, like self-mastery, self-employed. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. I don't think it necessarily means anything negative in this case, because if we have all these positive cards, I mean, we do have the antisocial, but this is like an indicator saying that this person is very independent, very confident. You can't tell them no. They're gonna achieve. I can see this kid wanting to either travel and do things on his or her own, and maybe come home for the holidays. So, try to establish a close bond with this kid so that you guys can always have that closeness, so that maybe they wouldn't want to move too far away, you'll have that close bond where they're not going to want to be, too far away from you. Insight, this can be maybe very very intuitive, religious, intuitive, insight. Maybe they're very, what's the word? Connected with their spirit, Yeah, we did have that spirituality, that religious card here. And then we have prosperity. See? Thank you. So this right now is telling me to stop. It's saying that your kid there's going to be potential for this person to go really far into the career. Go big, go home mentality. That fire energy, narcissistic. This to me is like saying, it's all about me. I'm putting myself first, and maybe I'm not going to get into a relationship until I feel like I got everything down, until I have my money rolling in. I think this person just works very, very, very hard on their crafts, and they don't want to have to need for anything. They want to do things and achieve on their own. It's like, no, I don't want to hand me down. No, I don't want your help. I can do this. Maybe I don't know if they have older siblings, and the siblings, they look up. He or she looks up to the siblings, and they see. It's kind of like a little kid seeing the big brothers and sisters run around, and they want to do the same things. This person wants to run around. This person wants to climb. This person wants to talk, and do the things that the big people are doing. So maybe this individual, this child of yours, or this, if you have this child in your life already, and we're describing that person, maybe this person has like some kind of complex where they always have to justify their actions or prove that they can do it too. And look, achievers, they want to prove that they can also climb and also do the big kid things, and so they're always going to have to prove themselves, and prove to themselves, but prove to others that they can do it, that they can achieve, that they can play with the big kids as well. So that's why I feel like this energy is just like very, very independent, and they don't want to be babied. They don't want to be like, they don't want you to be like, oh no, they want to feel grown up. They want to feel independent. And so I think they're going to love being by themselves too. Maybe they're just so used to being around so many kids. Maybe you have a big family. Maybe they have many cousins. But look, we have success in their side. So I would say that your advice is to start connecting with this kid deeply, so that you guys can build a strong foundation, so that this person can grow up to be confident and want to come home to be with you, or work closely with around you, like stay in the neighborhood, so that you guys aren't so far away from each other. Really try to spend a lot of time with this. I think this is like the last child syndrome, or the middle child syndrome, where they feel forgotten or something like that. So maybe that's why we have narcissist here, and then we have what's the other one? Antisocial. Maybe they feel left out and neglected because all the kids are taken care of, or the teenagers are more paid attention to, and this little middle child is the one that's like forgotten. So they might yeah, it might be needing more attention. It may, especially while they're younger, you know. And so maybe when they're older, that's probably what's gonna help them, or it's gonna make them wanna, you know, leave, because I guess it's the connections aren't as strong, or weren't as strong as when, you know, when they were younger. So maybe that's why this kid will probably move away, because maybe there's, you know, they didn't get enough attention when they were younger, or they're just, you know, the bonds with friends and family wasn't as tight. So it's easier for them to just pick up and go, but not out of spite, but because they want to achieve and live elsewhere, because they, you know, it's like, oh, okay, well, I have nothing here tying me down, so I'll just you know, I'll move away a little bit. I know my siblings aren't gonna miss me, you know, stuff like that. So you know, look what I'm getting. Look at that, deepen connections. So I feel like you need to right now that's exactly what I was saying. Establish your connections right now. Try really. I mean, if you have a child already that I'm describing, really try to spend more time with them, so that they don't, you know, grow up thinking, oh well, we were never close. We were never close growing up. I wish I was closer to my parents growing up, or I wish, you know, my parents had, you know, more time for me. I know they had to work and take care of the other siblings. So this one is just definitely like the loner. Look, antisocial. Yeah, the loner, the forgotten one. And I think they're fine with that, because they're so independent. But at the same time, you want them to feel included. Take a leap of faith. See, they want to, it's like the Fool card, they want to explore. So I would say, yeah, start establishing those relationships. Start making those memories with your little child here, or whoever, if this person's in your life already, so that they can still grow up to be independent and go-getters and all that, but they still want to have a connection, you know, with you here at home and with their siblings, and not feel like they have to go far away just to achieve their goals. They can still do it near you, and still, you know, keep in touch with you and stuff. So we want you guys to be very close. And so right now, from the start making those beautiful memories with each other. Maybe you guys have religion in common. This person is very ambitious. Look at that, the Fool card. And then we have skills. They have a lot of skills. Look, prosperity here. We have the magic wands right here. We also have fire signs. So this is a go-getter energy here. And so, you know, be part of that. Be part of that. That's all I'm going to say. Be part of this this energy, because this person, with your help, they can go so far. And I feel that they're needing that support. They're needing that that bonds, you know. Yeah, they like being alone, but they also love their family. All right, that's what I'm getting here. Thank you so much for your time. You have a lovely day. Let me know if this resonates at all with you, and let me know if I've, you know, described one of your little kids that you already have. I would love to know if I hit it on the nose with someone who's already here. Creativity comes naturally to me. I am open to new ideas and concepts. I enjoy the satisfaction that comes with my creativity. There you go, my friends. Now we're on to pile number 2. Pile number 2, you chose this lemon card here. Maybe their favorite color is going to be yellow. And then we have this cute little cup full of little, I don't even know what these are, chocolate kisses or something?
Yeah, they're chocolate.
Yes, my daughter says they're chocolate kisses. All right, so we have you right there, staying right there. Okay, bitterness. We'll see if that has to have a role to play later on. All right, so we're using, to describe the energy, we have tattoos and piercings. All right, we'll get into it. Don't worry. Your kid's not gonna come out tattooed. You're probably thinking, what? That's freaking bogus. All right, let me explain. We also have Grand Jam. So we have the little grape jelly. We have Successful. We have Holiday. And we have Confident. Oh, wow. Check out pile number 1. Confidence came out like crazy. This kid is not gonna, you're not going to be able to tell this kid anything. So they might have a rough teenhood where they're just going to be so into themselves, and it's going to be so like hard to get through to them. They're probably going to have, you know, a rough attitude, hormones running high, that kind of energy. Bitter. I'm getting like the sourpuss face of a kid, always giving, you know, the smart lip. or just the attitude. You need an attitude adjustment all the time. So they might be into body arts, piercings, tattoos, the like, body paint. They might want to try to get it at an earlier age. They might just be into like rock and roll and the wild life. So just keep an eye on them and make sure that you're into their world and know what they're doing, and try to establish that connection so that they can tell you about anything that they're up to, so that you don't have to find out the hard way or see that they're rebelling. Yeah, we do have look at that, spontaneous is here, so very spontaneous energy. We have Grand Jam. Caring Grand Jam loves to watch over Shopville, spreading her love and affection. All the Shopkins love her. Her favorite hobby is knitting. Her hero is Alexander the Grape. She loves jamming on the ukulele, and her signature dance move is the jelly roll. That's what I'm saying. Jamming, yes, music. That's what I was just saying, like rock and roll. Like maybe she's gonna be a musician, or maybe he or she is gonna be into music, that nightlife or something like that when they're older. So make sure you watch out at nighttime. Make sure you don't see, find your kid, hanging out with the wrong crowd after hours, coming home late, all that good stuff. So this can be the teenager of, a little bit of the challenging teenager. Screen time, they might be addicted to screen time a lot. Maybe they have a lot of phone contacts on the phone, Facebook messages, all that good stuff. I could be describing somebody who's already here, actually. Their energy is like very like in the face, like it's already been established. We have procrastinators. You can be saying, okay, time for you to clean your room, time for you to look for a college, and they're like, I'll do it tomorrow. Confidence, this attitude is just very like, you can't tell them anything. You can't tell them look, we have narcissistic, so this can be like selfish attitude. This came out in pile number 1 as well. So pile number 1 could be like, the baby stages, and then this is like what they could amount to if they just go down this loop, this dark hole of them being selfish and entitled. So make sure you're I guess the advice is to nip all the bad attitude in the bud while they're younger. So narcissistic, and then we have, oh, look at that, spiritual. Oh my gosh, check out pile number 1. Religious came out in pile 1. Now we have spiritual, pile number 2, and narcissistic came out in pile 1. That's amazing. Success, prosperity came out in pile number 1. So I would definitely check out pile number 1. I think this is like an extension, maybe another part of them. Maybe they have this twins here, and they have like the same traits, but a little bit of one's like more calmer than the other, but one has more fiery energy than the other. It's interesting. So I would check out pile number 1 just to see if those messages resonate. Maybe I'm describing one of your children, or that you already have right now, or who you're going to be pregnant with if you're trying to conceive. Screen time, procrastinator, confidence, spiritual energy here. Bitter, this can be very sassy, very wordy with their with their words. I'm sorry, not wordy, like talking back energy. So that's what I have here. I would say, let's see, holiday could be that they love the nightlife, or they just love, maybe they're like a night owl. They will be, maybe they're gonna look. I have a lot of night energy here, a lot of darkness here. So it can be that they have this attitude, or this dark side of them, where they're just very rambunctious, rebellious, and attitudey, very smart with their words. But you can combat it now, before it gets to that. You can't change tomorrow. So if you're pregnant, you know what to look forward to. This can be your message, your reading. Try to like establish healthy boundaries and healthy foundation now, so that they don't grow up to be like this rebel. Confidence, unshakable. Holiday, just fun. I go with the flow. I trust my guidance with faith and gratitude. And that can be just their fun going energy. And let me give you an advice card on how, like, what to do with this energy here. What's the advice for pile number 2's future child? What's the advice for number 2, future child? What's the advice for the parents of future child number 2? What's the advice? Consider healthier choices and deepen your connection. Oh my gosh, are we like broken records here? Deepen your connection came out the first pile. So what is going on here? So I will tell you, these 3 cards came out, and success, because we had the fire sign with the wands and the skill card. All these 4 cards came out in pile number 1 in different ways, but same synonyms or different synonyms, but all resorting to the same message. So it just goes to show that this energy is just very independent. You definitely want to deepen your connections now, establish that yes, that strong foundation of a relationship you guys have, so that you don't have to find out what your child is doing the hard way. You want them to be able to come to you and tell you what they're up to, tell you what they're thinking, tell you what their plans are, tell you, if they've gotten themselves into trouble, or if they're, hanging out with the wrong crowd, so you can guide them and they're not hiding all that stuff from you. Healthier choices, mentor them now, get into, their heads now, so that they can grow up to make healthier choices, so that you can grow up to trust them and trust that they'll make those, smart decisions for themselves and go against the grain, go against peer pressure. And narcissist just means that, to me, it's like, it could be that they're all about themselves. They're just very selfish. Some teenagers are entitled and selfish. So we have to, establish stuff now, establish, things now, saying, you're not, the earth is not all about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. There's other people too. And show them how, show them empathy, show them how to care for others, etc., etc. Maybe do some volunteer work, do some, paying it forward work, random act of kindness, get them into, their heart space so that they can feel sympathy for others. And so they don't grow up thinking everything's just about them, and they're entitled to everything, and they're waiting for everything to just fall in their lap, procrastinating. Oh, I'll just wait for someone to just give me my car. No, you gotta work for things, So that's what I'm getting with this grand jam. I think this your child's gonna be like the life of the party. Your child might be very, very sociable, have a lot of friends, so that's why we have to be careful that they don't fall into the peer pressure, and that they're making healthy decisions on their own, using their own best judgment, their own free will. And spirituality, they could be connected to their, they might have a special bonds with their spirit. Maybe they're very in tuned, very intuitive, and so maybe you can help them tap into that empathy. Narcissistic is like the polar opposite of empathy, right? So maybe that's what they're needing direction in, to tap more into their empathic side, so that they don't become these narcissists, all about themselves energy, selfish energy. So that's what I have here. I think pretty much you have a wonderful child growing, or you are going to be a parent of a nice, well-rounded child who just needs a little bit of direction from you, or maybe this is a child that's already in your life. So let me know either way. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for being here, and now we're going to go on to pile number 3. Please let me know that you stopped by putting 2 across the board. Thank you. You chose this cute little cookie ice cream. Thanks to my daughter for helping me set up these chocolate treats. Thank you, my kiddo. My daughter always hooks me up with all her cute little props. So in the first position, we have concealment. So hidden. Maybe they're going to be very secretive. We'll see. We'll get into it. So we're using the Eye Candy Oracle for sale down below. And then coming soon, another one of my decks, we have the, oh my gosh, the Feelings in Bloom coming very, very soon. I'm actually getting ready to print them out in bulk. Wow, we have empathy. Check out pile number 1 and 2 with also empathy playing a big role. So this might be, especially number 2. This one came out especially in number 2. So do check out pile number 2, because this might be your extension of your message. We have Soda Pops, Married, and then we have Shadow Self. Oh my gosh, check out pile number 2 and 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, Shadow Self came out in Narcissism in pile 1 and 2. So, okay, Married also came out in pile number 1. 1 was about, the little portion of it was faithful, and now we have Married here. So definitely check out number 1 and 2. Oh my goodness, this is like a broken record. But let's see what we have as far as like, different keywords. Let's see if there's any keywords that's going to come out here. Alright, so pile number 3, thank you for being here. I'm so delighted to have you with us. Please subscribe if you're new. And let me know that you chose pile 3 by leaving 3 everywhere in the comment section. Alright, so pile number 3, we have concealment, empathy, I feel you. Soda Pop. Soda Pop loves to refresh her wardrobe, probably for all her partying. In fact, she'll hang out anywhere there's a party and shake it up upon the dance floor. So pile number 2 had all about the nightlife energy, darkness, and this is saying dark chocolate, shadow self, the nightlife. So you definitely check out pile number 2. So for you, pile number 2, I feel so that can be just the energy of when they once they get older. Maybe they have friends that they hang out with at night, and you have to just be mindful that they're being safe and they come home at a respectable time, and make sure that you know what they're into, and make sure they can come to you and not feel like they have to rebel, like I said in pile number 2. Set healthy boundaries for them so that they don't break your rules all the time, and what's it called, respectable rules, or realistic, where it's not like, oh my gosh, you never let me do anything. You give them enough freedom, not enough that they take a mile, but enough that they can explore and be with friends still and be safe at the same time. So for this empathy here, this is like, maybe that's another part of them. Maybe they're very empathic, maybe they are very emotional as well. Maybe they need you to help them figure that out. It's hard being an empath, not knowing what the heck that means, and how to protect your energy. It's very hard to figure all that out. So learn about it now. We have Earth sign here. Wow, cool. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, my friends. Earth sign here. So if you're looking for a sign, there you have it. Earthy vibes. Okay, so then what else? Marriage here. This is like, to me, this is like saying that, number 1, they're very faithful to their friends. They're very loyal, honest, trustworthy individuals here, devoted to their crafts, devoted to their people. That's where I'm getting commitments. Like, they're very committed to whatever they put their hands on. So I can be describing an energy that's already present. Maybe I'm describing when your children are ready, or maybe an energy that's going to be coming into the world very soon, or maybe in a few years. If you're curious about what will be regarding your offspring, we can definitely have a cusp here. Like, let's say fire sign comes first, so Leo going into Virgo, so maybe it's a cusp between fire and earth. Or it can be that you have earth and then they also have fire in their birth chart as well. We all have sun, moon, and rising in our birth charts, so this can be, wow, I totally resonate with this. I have earth and fire in my birth chart. Alright, let's see what pops out. We have compassion. Wow, look at that. We have empathy twice. We have empathy and compassion here. So you let me know how this fits you, okay? This whole, we have music and the arts. Okay, maybe they're very entertaining, or they love entertaining people. Fire sign, go-getter here. They work diligently. They are like so ambitious. They can get anything done. They're committed, married. We have quiet time here. So maybe they're maybe they're a Virgo. They love quiet time. Reflective. I'm getting like the Hermit here, with quiet here. All right. Let's see. Wow, these cards are flying every which way. We have sports and fitness. Maybe they're going to be into exercising or into playing sports. And music here, and then we have video games. So I think this kid is going to be well-rounded. I think they're going to like a little bit of everything. I'm getting eclectic taste, which I can also resonate. Empathic, maybe that's why they need quiet time, because they can absorb other energies. They probably love music, they probably love games, they probably love being outdoors, maybe they love water. Wow, okay. What else? Dark chocolate, shadow, self, maybe they're very mysterious. Oh, concealment, there you go. I only hold positive thoughts. My actions are of pure intent. It can be that they're just very quiet, very secretive. Maybe what's it called? Small talkers. Maybe they're not like big talkers, like the average person. Then we have dark hair. So dark hair, earth sign, fire sign, compassionate, Concealment's just very private or secretive. Mysterious, like the High Priestess. Fire sign, yeah, I said that. Quiet time. Shadow self. And married, committed to their crafts. Married, and I'm also getting like diligent, like the earth signs, very diligent on their crafts. And maybe they're very, maybe they're perfectionists. See, look at this card. When I see this card, I'm thinking like they have to see things in a, look in a certain way. Things have to be in an alignment. Things have to just match each other. Things have to, be in order for them. Maybe that's how they function. And I feel like if they're, and as an adult, they're going to want commitment. They're going to want loyalty from their partners. They're going to want to, settle down and build a family. So that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 3. This chocolate, concealment. I feel like this person, either this person isn't here yet, but they will be, or this person's just very laid back and very quiet. And they don't, it's like you don't even notice that they're there until they start, their fire sign comes out, and then you're like, oh wow, okay, you bull in a China store, right? You bull. When they need to, they will let you know what's on their minds when something is bothering them. This says Soda Pop loves to refresh her wardrobe. She's known as a super bubbly and sweet shopkin that adds fizz to any shopkin's gathering. So dance floor, so maybe they're very, oh look, dance floor, music. Maybe they love music. There you go. Into the arts. Maybe they love dancing. Maybe they love making music. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for being here. Let me know if this resonates at all. All my cards will be linked below. And I'll see you in the next video. This is my Who deck. My Feelings in Bloom deck. My Eye Candy Oracle is right here. Pile number 4, you chose Divine Feminine. Okay, pile number 4, thank you for being here. Let me know that you chose pile number 4 by leaving 4 all across the board. I do see we have Divine Feminine, we have light hair, freezy peasy, carrot lead, goodness, and unhappy. So it does look like we have a little bit of, female energy here, but we all are a balance of male and female energy. So it can be that the female energy is really coming out to play here. So we have carrotly, we have unhappy. So what I get with these two, which is kind of like, negative emotions right here. So I feel that this child is going to be very emotional growing up. So we just need to build their confidence and support them. Maybe they're going to be empaths. It's going to be hard for them to organize their feelings or make sense of their feelings. So that's where you come in. You can help them sort them out. So that's what I'm feeling. They're just going to be very emotionally challenged, like maybe they're absorbing everybody's feelings, and they're like, what is this, my feeling or is this my friend's feelings? What is happening with me? So as long as you can help them make sense of everything, like, oh, this is what it's like being an empath, if they're an empath, or maybe they need more affection from you, maybe they need more maybe they need you to learn their love language. Maybe that's what it is. Like maybe your love language is totally different from theirs, and so you really have to tap into their love language so that you can understand them better, so that you can help them sort out their feelings or figure out why they're feeling this way. We have politics here, so maybe they're really into politics. Maybe they're going to study to be a lawyer or a judge or something like that. So that can be their goal, their dream goal. So we have goodness here. So they do have good hearts. They're very kind-hearted, but they just have a lot of maybe just a lot of worries or emotions, and they don't know how to channel them or figure it out. And it's very hard when you're so young. And then I can see it changing once they get older. So they can fall into, bad habits easily. You have guilty pleasures. So maybe that's what helps them, either numb, what's going to help them numb their feelings. So maybe that's why the advice is to help them figure out what they are feeling. Like putting a label on it, learning their love language, paying more attention to their needs and wants, helping them feel their feelings and not, encouraging them to stuff their feelings away. If they want to cry a lot, that's, let them cry a lot. That's just how they get through their stuff growing up. And that's what's going to build their confidence. We have Carrotly here. So maybe they're they're needing you to help them build their confidence, or when this baby does come, they're gonna need a lot of confidence and ego boosting and grooming and all that stuff, just until they're old enough to stand on their own 2 feet and feel independent. That's what I'm getting here. And teach them to make healthy boundaries with this guilty pleasure. Not to teach them not to stuff their feelings away. It's okay to cry. If you're growing a boy, it's okay to cry. A strong man, you build a strong man by fostering those feelings. You'll build a strong, confident female too by letting her go through her feelings. Boys cry too. It's okay. So we have network is net worth. This is you. What I'm getting with this is like saying it takes a village to build my family, or not to build, but to take care of kids, right? It takes a village. So maybe you're gonna feel hard. It's gonna be difficult for you to take care of your child's needs, because you can only do so much by yourself. So maybe you're going to need your grandparents involved, or your child's grandparents involved, your best friend involved, your aunts and uncles, or his aunts and uncles, which is your sisters, your siblings. So maybe it's going to need a lot of people to because we see the little bag of peas. Maybe it's going to take a lot of people to help you raise this child, because this child probably needs to be around a lot of people. Maybe that's how they feel whole and complete and confident. Unhappy, I will rise. Maybe they feel insecure in a small family, and they need to be around a lot of people. Maybe that's how they feel. See, network is net worth. They need to be around a lot of different energies. Maybe that's how they thrive. Maybe that's why they're going to be into politics. Maybe they want to lead. Maybe they want to lead the country, or maybe they just want to be the peacemaker, and they want to deal with people and socialize. See, look, a lot of these glass cups here. So I look, a lot of ice cream cones here, a lot of flags here. So, and look, this flower is wilting. It's all by itself. So maybe this entity needs to be around a lot of people to feel supported, emotionally supported. We have appreciate the simple things. So this person can be very simple, not simple like boring simple, but like they're very grateful for whatever they do have in their lives. Maybe they're very hard. Maybe it's easy to please them. They're not hard to please. They appreciate every little thing, and I think they feel united when there's a lot of people involved. So you can start fostering this energy at a young age. By building their social circle. Going to different libraries for social time. Have play dates, and try to build their friendship circle at a young age, because I think they're going to appreciate that a lot when they're older. See, look, this bag of peas. This peas card is like saying they love being around. It's like a lot of people, like the more the merrier. It's time to move on. So that can be them getting out of their feelings, like them recognizing when enough is enough. Okay, I'm tired of being sad, time to move on. And I think that's because you're going to help them get through that stuff. You're going to help them get through unpleasant news. They're not going to deal with it in a tantrumy way, or be depressed about it. You're going to help them get through their emotions, and I think that's very important at a young age, to help them deal with their sadness and not feel like they have to stuff it away or be ashamed. Oh my gosh, if I cry, oh my gosh, people are going to think I'm a wuss. No, it's okay to cry. You cry it out. Don't stuff your feelings, and you help build their confidence. You help them roll with the punches, prepare for unpleasant news. If they get, discouraged, or they get news that they don't want to hear, they're gonna get through it. They're gonna rise. They're gonna rise because you're building that for them. You're helping them, not to feel like a coward. No, you're not. No, you're not a coward just because you're sad. You're not a coward because you're feeling these emotions. You're not a coward. You are a strong individual. I think that's gonna be you empowering them. We have goodness here. Look, melted. Wilted. So you helping them grow, you're helping them nourish their confidence. I allow myself to go with the flow and make time for myself. I remember my true essence. Like I said, this is like you building the confidence at a young age, so they can be this tall tower right here, unshakable. They're an empath, and they feel everything to the core. Everything's just so enhanced. They feel every single emotion, and maybe to them it's like overwhelming, and so that you have to help them figure out how to channel or how to go through their emotions, and how to make sense of their abilities, the empathic abilities. And that's what you should check out, part 1, 2, and 3. It could also be that there's just around so many people that they are very susceptible to so many different energies, and maybe that overwhelms them, and maybe that's why they need to narrow it down to a small group of friends. So that's another message. Keep it simple, not have so many people in their lives. Maybe they need to just have a small group of peer friends that they can be around, because maybe they absorb a lot of people's energies. So thank you so much for watching. You have a great day. Let me know if this resonates. Put number 4 across the board.